Hello, guys, and welcome back to the channel The Cask Connoisseur. And you may have watched our previous video, which was the unboxing of this Sylva, which is aged spirit. So it's an aged spirit which is alcohol-free, purposely perfect for this time of the year. Because what month have we got coming up soon, Chris?
October.
And what do a lot of people do in October? Stop October or sober October. You name it. Anyway, so we're going to get cracked on to doing a review on this, and I am going to hand over to Chris now because he'll probably be able to talk to you a bit more about it. The only thing I'm going to ask first, though, Chris, is this an alcohol-free whiskey?
Not really, and there's two things. So it's called an aged spirit, and it's non-alcoholic. So they say less than 0.5% alcohol, which a lot of alcohol-free drinks because they can't be 100% certain. So it's an aged spirit, and you couldn't call this an alcohol-free whiskey. Do you know why?
I assume that effectively whiskey can't be produced alcohol-free. I'm guessing. Is there a reason? Might be wrong.
The reason is because whiskey needs to be at least 40% alcohol by volume, and it needs to have aged for at least 3 years in a wooden cask. And there's a few other bits and pieces depending on which country it was distilled in. So
you learn something new every day.
You can't call this a whiskey, but we thought we'd maybe give it a try.
Absolutely.
And this isn't how they suggest you drink.
No.
This, but we thought we'll treat it as a whiskey.
Yes, we'll treat it as a whiskey.
And see if it could be an alternative for next month and give our livers a rest.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, the first thing we noticed, and admittedly we've removed the cork, that was quite hard to get out. That was a very tight fit. And if I try and push it back in, that's quite a bit of effort.
There's quite a bit of effort.
But anyway, we don't care. We got it open.
We got it open. Always smell the cork, guys. Always give that smell a good old cork, a good old
What are
smell.
you getting?
Well, instantly I'm picking up barley.
Yeah,
barley.
Barley and fruit.
Barley and fruit.
Which is probably why they called it orchard.
Yeah.
So Sylva Labs have been around, oh gosh, this is their third release, so they've been around a couple of years. They're based in Suffolk. And it's a really quite interesting concept because it's all about making alcohol-free spirit from wood. So we've got malted barley in here, which we both picked up. We have cherry wood, plum wood, apple wood, cherry blossom, and pale malted.
So there's a lot of wood going on then.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of that. We'll leave that there. I think it's time to try.
I think we need to try, yeah. And as I say, guys, we're doing it as like a whiskey here. So we are doing
Which is not how they suggest doing this.
So we are actually sampling this through a Glencairn glass. But we will get on to how they specifically say that you should try this. But we're going to try it as it's like a whiskey, but it's not a whiskey. But they do recommend you trying it either over ice or with soda water. But we're going to try it with ice a bit later on. Anyway, let's have a gander at this nose. Ooh.
You could...
I mean,
if you were blind.
If you're blind,
blind tasting, you might go.
If I tell you what, if someone gave me that glass and I had this all blindfolded, you'd pick up a little bit of nose from a whiskey.
I'm certainly thinking a bit of whiskey, and there's certainly a bit of apparently an alcohol kick there, which there shouldn't be. The colour is kind of as if it had come out of a red wine cask.
Yeah, I heard you mention sherry earlier, Chris. I'm definitely picking up. I'm picking up a heavy amount of sherry. Well, cherry, should I say, on my nose?
Definitely cherry.
Yeah,
not sherry.
Not sherry.
Definitely cherry on the nose.
I mean, that's beautiful cherry, but
I mean, that's not bad.
That's not bad for a nose. That ain't.
I mean, it looks slightly
hazy.
Hazy. So
yeah.
course, it could be a hazy beer, which tends to mean there's a lot more flavour
A
going on.
lot more
in
flavour
there.
going on and all that. So
Yeah.
it could be interesting, really.
Okay, are we ready to
Yeah.
take the plunge? Definitely no alcohol.
No.
Definitely fruity.
Very.
That actually makes me think of cherry cola.
Yeah.
I mean, that was actually very refreshing. Let's have a second
Interestingly, this sounds really stupid, but do you remember when you go into like an ale pub and you get those cider in boxes? I've had like Lily's mango cider, maybe Old Rosie, which you get on the hand pull. I'm thinking of like a watered down cider texture on the finish, but no alcohol present. But I tell you what, it's very sweet on my palate.
It is.
Sorry.
It is quite sweet. I definitely agree. It's quite sweet.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
It's interesting.
The nose, definitely, if you were blind tasting it,
Yeah.
you'd go, that is kind of, let's call it a slightly weakish whiskey.
Yes.
On the palate, though, there's nothing there. There's nothing there that you'd recognise.
Interestingly,
as whiskey,
though,
but it is rather nice.
When I smelt that cork earlier, and I mean, I know it's a cork, so there is going to be a wood scent, but I'm kind of picking more wood. Definitely wood on that cork, which made me think, okay, this could be an interesting flavour. And then, as I say, we got to the aroma, and the aroma was like, as I say, if you're blind, to be fair, there's no reason why you couldn't think you're about to sample a whiskey. But personally, for me, the taste, I'm not getting anything. Obviously, I mean, it's alcohol free anyway, but to me, the aroma is better than the taste in my mind, personally.
Yeah, well, the cork we got barley, and I don't think I'm detecting barley there. What I am getting after several sips, well, not sips, reasonably large mouthfuls. I mean, there's fruit, there's cherry, there's apple. Maybe that's why it's called orchard.
Yeah.
It's sweet. There's some sort of woody contribution going on. There's a flavour which I can't quite identify. And whilst it's not whiskey, and it'd be interesting to drink this the way they suggest.
Yes.
Because quite honestly, you could neck that back.
You could neck that back easily.
In one go. It's very nice.
Yeah.
But it's not a whiskey, and I don't think this is the way to drink it.
No.
But there are... It's got... One of the things I like in whiskey is complexity and depth of flavours. And the more I'm tasting this...
Yeah.
The more I think there's complexity and depth. And you've picked up that what did we identify? Cherry?
Definitely cherry, but I mean red cherries, but the aroma, cherries straight away. Interestingly, they mentioned Bakewell tart on the nose, which, to be fair, I would probably say...
I wouldn't say I got that on the nose, but the minute you mentioned that, my mouth feels like I've had Bakewell tart.
Yeah.
So we definitely got notes of cherries. So tasting, nose is cherries.
So nose is orchard fruits of red cherries, stewed plums, and crisp apple with gentle smoke, followed by toasted biscuit and hints of Bakewell tart.
Well, I missed the Bakewell tart,
Yeah.
but the rest of it I could see being there. Yeah. What about the palate?
Palate, so we got juicy stone fruits into velvety malt and subtle caramel, a whisper of smoke threads throughout. Now, I am picking up smoke, personally. And
whisper smoke, I think, is probably appropriate.
Yeah, and fruits, I can agree with that. So yeah, probably I am thinking plums. All the
definitely plums, cherries,
all
those dark
apples
fruits
and stuff like that.
It's really quite pleasant.
It is quite pleasant.
I mean, it's been made from wood.
And then your finish, guys, is smooth and long with a final flourish of dark berries, cherry blossom, and comforting smoke. So I am, I'm intrigued how this tastes. And to be fair, this is our, you know, well, it's our first one we've ever tried from Sylva. Would you have it again?
I think it's nice enough to have around the house.
Yes.
I'm not sure I'm going to go, oh, I need this in half an hour's time.
Yeah.
But I think it is an interesting thing. I don't get much in the way of smoke, but I am an ex-smoker, so maybe that's why. But Bakewell tart. So thinking about it, have it round the house, yes.
Yes.
Maybe rather than have to go and buy a Bakewell tart, if I fancy a Bakewell tart, would be some of this.
Maybe what we need to do here, Chris, is because as I say, we're going to do another video where we're actually going to do it with ice. Unfortunately, we haven't got any soda water available, but they do say you can either do it with soda or ice. So we're going to try it with ice on another video. And to be fair, we might actually pick up what they're actually telling us.
It probably will change a bit.
Because at the minute, this is very fruity. And to be fair, all I'm thinking is, it is, as Chris mentioned, it's a bit like cherry cola.
I just got some smoke.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not whiskey.
No.
It's definitely. I get the Bakewell tart, a nice cherry Bakewell tart. Is how I'd go. So that includes almonds, which I mentioned in the in the notes. It's very pleasant. It could be a alternative if you to have a drink rather than a pudding at the end of the day.
I agree. Yeah.
So I think because we're thinking of it as whiskey.
Yes, we're thinking it as whiskey, but obviously it's not whiskey here, guys. So this is where we'll probably be saying to you, have you come across this? Have you tried one of Sylva's aged spirits or any of the other aged spirits? Why don't let us know in the comments. But yeah, what we're going to do, guys, we'll be back for another video. We're going to try it with ice and see how we get on. But no, I think a very good start this is, and I'm intrigued to see what happens when we try it the proper way.
You know how I might sum it up? If I wasn't probably the best part of a confirmed alcoholic, which of course I shouldn't admit out in public perhaps, and I'm not, but I think if I was looking for a grown-up, non-alcoholic drink, I think you need to try. You need to try this.
Yeah, you need to try this, definitely, guys. Right, guys. So as I say, we'll be back very shortly. Please, 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 make sure you do give this video a good old thumbs up, and you can check out our channel whenever you want to. We've got so much content that's on there. You can look back and see our recent brandy videos that we've been doing on Daisy. You name it. But yeah, just please give this video a good old thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe button when you can. We'll be back very soon with a ice over no alcohol drink, basically, and see what happens.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Take care.